All right. So, as you know, during this, and if you don't know, during the elimination diet, you got to kind of keep an eye on different things that may come out as and show themselves as intolerances. So you might have skin issues, bowel issues, cramping, gas, nose and sinus issues, headaches. A lot of things can happen. So you got to kind of try to be aware. And it doesn't happen all the time right away, like in the movies, kids. Doesn't always. It's not like Peanuts where it's always like right away. Sometimes it'll be 24 hours. It'll happen the next day when you go to the bathroom or whatever, or a little bit later. But I all of a sudden, over the last couple of days, have had an issue with the bathroom. Not being able to go, but you know how it looks. And that's something you got to be honest with yourself and like look at your shit, dude, and figure out, is that even close to healthy or is something up? Because your shit won't lie. Your shit won't lie. You better be ready. So,
ready.
Nice, dude. So,
I was ready.
I was like, you were ready. So that kind of worked out. I was like, something's up. So I had added cheese. I had added bread. I didn't see any problem with that. I added beef back.
That's crazy that you had no problem with cheese or bread, though. It's like these days there's so many gluten
is different than a lot of dairy.
And dairy Okay.
Cheese is a different thing sometimes for people. I've come across people that are like, I can't do dairy real well, but I'm all right with cheese. I've seen a lot of that. Don't ask me why exactly. Yeah. So cheese is, and it depends what kind of cheese it is too. So again, I had a little bit. It wasn't like I had a big meal with a lot of cheese. I had a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a ton of cheese. But there's certain things in life I want to be able to have now so I can keep doing this for longer because I want to see where it goes. But being able to have a nice cheeseburger in a bun is nice to me. Okay, so I want to try to keep that and other little things. I haven't now, because of this issue, I have not added back anything else. I actually went back to the elimination part again because I was like, something's up and I got to clean myself out again and figure it out. So
you kind of reset it a little bit?
A little bit, because obviously it wasn't a lot of food I had. It was something recent. So I figured a couple of days of being on this again would kind of reset me again. But unfortunately, it was still happening. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm having exactly turkey, broccoli, rice, fruit. I'm having those same things right now. I didn't have cheese and I haven't had bread. I haven't had beef. And so I'm like, what the hell? So then I started thinking, because when something's bothering me, I think about it until I can figure it out. And I remembered that, and I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but some people do not digest vegetables well, but some people can do well with cooked vegetables. But raw vegetables, a lot of people don't do well with. Now, this past weekend, I went to Costco, and I got a big bag of the fresh broccoli in the fridge, part of Costco. Yeah. I didn't get the frozen bag. So I brought that, and that's what I've been cooking with. And I'll put that in my meat, and I'll put it in the skillet and everything. So I am still cooking it. But one was frozen, and one was fresh. So, yeah, right from because I got to break it off because it's on a big stalk, and I'll break pieces off so I make it a little smaller because I don't like the
break
big
them off some.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't like the big stalks.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's too fibrous usually.
Right. Oh, believe me, my
trees all day.
My stomach told me so don't worry about that. So I was like, son of a
trees all day, motherfucker. Trees all day.
Something told me maybe it's that because I didn't do well with lettuce. That was one of the things I knew I wasn't going to go back to was romaine or iceberg or any kind of lettuce and roughage like that. My body does not digest it at all.
What about arugula?
I don't eat arugula, so I didn't have to worry about that. But come to find out, all you people out there that may have IBS, a lot of times vegetables, especially fibrous ones, really fibrous ones, will irritate your IBS. Your gut just doesn't like it. It's just your roll of the dice. So some people can't do certain things. So I want to bring this up and show why some vegetables can trigger IBS. Since I was kind of forced into this. Now, I don't believe I have IBS, and I haven't really had any issues except for the last couple days. So I'd say the last 4 days or so. Because now we're at Thursday. Well, more than that, 5 days, 6 days, because of when we're filming this. So this is a week later, you'll hear this. But so here's a little thing. So when you eat raw veggies, your digestive system is tasked with breaking down the food components. The tough fiber in the veggies, the cellulose, is not broken down, and the roughage can irritate the digestive tract as it passes through. So some people can do well with it and digest a little more of it. Some people, you're just crapping out. It looks like what you ate.
Yeah.
And that's just ripping up your gut, because by the time it gets to certain places in your gut, it shouldn't be like that anymore. You know what I mean?
It should be broken down.
Right. And they say a little bit will help, which they used to say will help, if you have constipation and to clear your fucking your balloon knot out. But
well, that's the whole fucking thing, is they're saying that fiber is like the broom for your fucking guts. Like it sweeps everything out.
Right. But unfortunately, people are eating it and they're giving them wire brushes they use in warehouses. That's what kind of broom it is. And it's tearing up guts.
Yeah. That's not
so
good.
Now, here's the interesting thing. The FODMAPs. FODMAP stands for different types of carbohydrates. Fermentable, oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. Since these carbohydrates are poorly absorbed by the small intestines, they can trigger IBS in some people. So people with IBS, they probably were told, eat better and eat all your veggies and everything. Well, it might be tearing up your gut. It's not a one-size-fits-all. People, please, it's not a one-size-fits-all. You have to do some personal research. You can't just listen to, just do this. Why? Why do I have to do that? Show me why I have to do that. Exactly. And then if it's not working, I should be able to try something. Folks. It's a shame. But then people wonder why they have all these problems and millions of medical bills, and they're still not better. When you are eating a salad or raw vegetables, you are usually eating a large volume of food, which, people like, look at my salad, #healthy lifestyle. That's what they're doing.
#suck my dick.
But that's what they're doing, right? According to the FODMAP diet theory, this can increase the amount of gas and the osmotic load in your gut and contribute to IBS symptoms. So you're causing your IBS. It's insane.
That sounds really fucking familiar to me, bro.
Yep. So now here's some of the vegetables. I'm sure you eat a lot of those, dude. These are the ones that can trigger IBS if you have it.
Oh yeah. See, I do better with some than others, but the thing is, like, my problem is this: I love Brussels sprouts, I love cabbage, I love cauliflower, but what about, like, they're known, and broccoli too. I won't eat broccoli because it makes me more gassy than cauliflower. I'm still gassy with cauliflower, but not as much as I am with cabbage, Brussels sprouts, or broccoli.
Right.
So it's like cauliflower works for me because I'll still be gassy, but not as much. Whereas broccoli,
especially if it's mashed with some butter in it. Oh
my god, it's fucking amazing, dude.
Oh please. So,
but
now,
that's the thing. Like, I eat a lot of this shit
because in theory it's healthy for you. But if all it is a broom, do you really need all of that? No, you don't. No, you don't. And that's why I've said 100 times to people, like, our ancestors thousands of years ago, they ate whatever they could catch, grow, or harvest that was in their immediate 50 to 100 miles. They didn't have access to all the things that people have access to.
No. Yeah, exactly.
And the more you eat certain things, the more you get used to them. Now, sometimes that backfires and you can actually gain an allergy to something over time that you eat a ton of. That's actually something that can happen. But your body can survive on certain things. You don't need every vegetable and superfood and micronutrient there is to be healthy. You don't need it. You need a few consistent things, and you need to stay away from the things your body doesn't like. And everybody's body is different. Right. Every single body's different, and that's why everybody needs to do some kind of test. I feel this is better because I've heard times when people have gone and got the test done at a doctor, and they said they weren't allergic to something, but ate it, but had a reaction to it. Your body won't lie to you. You gotta ingest it and see after you haven't had it for a while, so it can be out of your body. Now, just because these vegetables are on here and you might have a problem with it, doesn't mean you might not if you do certain things to them. Now, what I learned is if I eat frozen vegetables for whatever reason, frozen broccoli, it doesn't do it to me. But if I take fresh broccoli and throw it in the skillet, it tears me up.
Yeah,
so
weird.
Here's a little thing too, and we'll end on this. Prepping your veggies by cutting them into smaller pieces, removing the tough bits. Think skin, seeds, stems, and stalks can go a long way. So literally, my favorite part is the tree part of the broccoli. If I'll just start cutting the tops off and giving the stalks to my dogs, because the broccoli's good for the dogs and they love it. And I'll give the broccoli stalks to my dogs and just eat the tops. I'm going to try that tonight when I eat. I'm going to try just the tops.
Well, and you think about it, most of frozen broccoli too is mostly the tops,
right?
The florets or whatever they would say.
Depending how much, if you buy the bulk crappy kind, you might get a tree in there every now and then.
Sometimes you get some chopped up stalk in there. Yeah, you don't really want that.
And here's another thing:
fucking throw that shit away.
Right, cooking your veggies instead of eating them raw can also be helpful. Similar to starting the breakdown process by cutting up and peeling food, the heat from cooking heat also breaks down the food and gives you a head start. Cooking veggies puts fewer demands on your digestive system than the raw ones and still divides most of the nutritional benefits. And I will say, depending on the vegetable, you actually will get more out of certain vegetables by cooking them than if you just ate them raw. So there's a cost benefit there for yourselves. Again, whatever works for you, get some veggies in you. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Pureeing, obviously, just like a baby. I don't do well biting in and digesting an apple. I freaking love applesauce, which is basically a pureed apple. Cold applesauce out of the fridge. I'm obsessed with
applesauce, by the way, lately.
Dude, I buy those big, huge, unsweetened things of applesauce, dude. Huge things.
Yeah, I've been getting them from Aldi's, bro. I freaking love it, dude. You got me wanting applesauce again.
Yeah, dude. I get mine from Winco. But last, juicing, obviously.
Fuck
That's
Winco.
why drinks are always better. Yo, we're gonna have an Aldi's Winco fight, yo.
Well, there's no Winco in Jersey, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Put a Winco out there, dude. Sponsor me, Winco.
It's not fair. They should. Yeah, they would clean up.
Yeah, they would. So there you go, dude. So there is hope. Again, it's trial and error, and that's why this elimination diet is really so perfect, because it really, you can address the things that are tearing you up and really know, like, I'll just stay away from those things. It doesn't mean I can't have good food. I just have to stay away from. And if I decide to eat those things once in a while, I'm going to just have to deal with those consequences. Right.
You know it's going to happen.
And as long as you can deal with that.
It ain't going to be pretty.
No. But hey, just like drinking too much, you recover from it if you know what to do and you go back to eating right.
Exactly.
And staying away from it and getting your probiotics in and doing the things that are all going to be in my program coming soon, you will see that it's a lot easier than you think, and a lot of the health benefits are going to make you save a lot of time, money, and worry about other shit that is probably affecting you. I can promise you that. And I'm learning even more by doing this myself. So I'm going to be the end result. Tom's going to start it in 2 weeks. You're going to hear about his results. So I'm not biased that I made it and I'm the one saying it's blah, 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 blah. He's going to do it too. And he's going to be honest. I don't care what he says about it. And I'm telling you, dude, it's going to work. This is just to get you to a balanced state where you decide, do I want to stay there or do I want to become an athlete, a bodybuilder, a power lifter, a CrossFitter? I want to go into a bunch of yoga. I want to do Pilates. I want to do these other things. I feel until a person gets in tune with their body, even to a minimum again, and things are working together, I think it's dangerous for regular people to try those things. And I think that's what turns people off as well. I mean, do you have any last words on that?
Well, yeah. I like I said before, I started it already. I'm already noticing some clues, so I'm excited because I'm definitely have to figure some stuff out. So
Absolutely, and we're gonna talk about it just like I'm having my journey. Tom's gonna talk about his journey a little bit, and let people know about
I
it.
have to.
And you'll hear about
I'll
it
let you
on
know
here
how my
as well.
toilet looks too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take pictures of my toilet after my bowel movements.
Oh, dude, it's gonna go viral. It's gonna go as viral as our Kenny Powers, dude.